Good morning. Hello, 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 hello. What's up, Mayo? How's it going? Okie dokie. I think everything is in place, working where it's supposed to and how it's supposed to. Let me just scooch this over, perhaps, so I can keep an eye on things. Alright, we are back to making some low poly assets. I have made some changes since the last stream. Doing good? Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Made some changes. Basically, things were on a 6x6 grid before. I have since changed them to 1, 2, 3, 4x4 grid. Apparently my streams are being a butt. Yeah, says it's fine. Every couple of seconds, YouTube's just like, "Meh, something's wrong." And then I literally go investigate it, and it's like, "Oh yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine, we're all fine here. How are you?" All right. So I changed it back to a 4x4 grid. I modified the axe hazard to have a similar kind of structure as the other thing. Doesn't from the other side, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But essentially, it looks fine. Working as intended, which is very good. And I went through and I optimized everything. So workflow wise, in the future, what I'm going to do is I'll optimize everything from the outset. But this time I needed to go in, and basically what I mean by that is I just, any face that isn't needed for rendering, I just delete it. I just hide it. Well, not hide it, just delete it. If the face is hidden, delete it, because you don't need it. And it'll save on the memory. So that's where we're at here. So we have a massive list of things to do. So I think what I'm going to do to begin with, I'm just going to turn snapping on here and duplicate this here. This should be in walls. It is. So I'm going to hide everything else. And then I'm just going to cut this in half, pretty much, because I need a half wall. And let's maybe do this by faces. There we go. Faces. I just shut them off. That is one hotkey I would actually love to change. Alright, let's see. Half wall. Let's just grab around this loop. Mark seam. And I will reposition its UVs. Here. And with everything else. Snoopers Day. I like this. Awesome. You know, Lucena, hey, I'm a big fan. Awesome, thank you. Question for you. Do you also happen to do C++ programming for Unreal Engine? No. I don't know the first thing about programming. Unfortunately. It's a skill set I would like to acquire. But if I was going to learn it, I'd probably learn Python so that I could manipulate Blender more easily. Unfortunately, I cannot help you with the cannot help you with C++ programming. I would like this to be, oops, shut snapping off, be in the center at the bottom. So let's make sure we're actually centered here, or not. And we are now. There we go. F2, half wall. When did I start doing Blender? Right around the time that 2.79 came out. So whenever that was, a couple years. Learning one kind of helps you learn the rest because they're not too different from each other. Oh, yeah. I think I'd still start with Python, and then if I found that I enjoyed the experience of programming, I might be more inclined to... Do I need this loop? I don't really think I need this loop. I did need that loop. What am I thinking? Yeah, I might be more inclined to learn another language. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, actually. I'm gonna select these, split them off. I'm going to grab this. I wonder if sculpt mode can do it. If I just apply transforms, origin to geometry, go to sculpt mode. Why is the origin there? Okay, it's fine. Alright, whatever. I'll just cut it in half again. Delete faces. Add a mirror modifier. Cross the empty. With clipping. Apply. Merge by distance. It seems good. Come on. Dang, I started at 4.0. It's a good time to start. It's always a good time to start. That's super okay. I love your work in tutorials. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say. That's what I thought was going to happen. What if I... Okay. Wait. I guess I could just do this. Just merge them all at the center. That way it's directly in the middle. Nyoku, good morning. First time to the stream, but I really enjoyed your bevel edge control video. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was a very handy trick when I learned it, and so I figured I should let people know, because it's pretty good. Save you a lot of hassle. Right, we can join these back together now. Should have a half wall. Let's put the origin to the 3D cursor. Origin to 3D cursor. Alright. 4 meters tall, 2 meters wide, dead center, 1.25 meters. It's exactly the right scale. So I'm going to export it as GLTF. I'm going to call it half wall. Yes, I know you cannot see when I'm saving things out, but it's just pretty straightforward. Half wall. Let's go to Unreal. Import this into our main body of assets. This is interesting. This somehow got imported as the wooden table. delete those. Alright, let's put this here. I have to re-export that. Alright, import. I'm gonna import. What did I just make, chat? Half wall? Half wall. Got a half wall now. Grid snapping's on. Let's put our half wall in. Alright. Here we go. Half wall. Good. Everything okay there? Good. Alright, let's bring in our regular wall. First one. Right there. And our other one. Let's just see how these go together. If I don't like how they go together, I will change it. I might have to not have beveled edges on there. Something to consider. Alright, what's happening here? I think I need to shade this flat. I think that's part of the problem. Okay, let's delete the half wall. Where'd it go? There it is. I also should probably check its normals. Normals are all good. Shade flat. Try exporting it again. Half wall. Import. Don't need to replace the thingy. Half wall. Okay, it looks better. Shading's correct now. I'm gonna have to alter its color a little bit. Also, is it longer? Or is it just not positioned correctly? Alright, I'll have to adjust that in Blender. Shut off UE5. Alright, I have to compare this to the other walls now. So let's go to stone wall. Why is this one so far back? What am I doing with my life? You need to move forward, my friend. Go. Alright, let's try it again. Re-export the half wall. Oh, my stomach. Oh. My stomach is angry. Go back to Unreal. Give me a bit of hopping back and forth while we figure this out. That is how the process goes. At least for me. I would love to be able to figure out how to skip this step, but I imagine I will as we go along. For right now, though, right now we're fine. Just doing it one bit at a time. Grid snapping is on. Why are you doing this? Okay, good. Okay. I'm confused, chat. I duplicated this from a single mesh, and it has somehow lost much of its proportion. What did I do? Okay. Scooch that down there. Okay, I think that pretty much lined it up. Now, my next concern is color. We're snapping on, scooch that over. If I go here to diffuse color, yeah, it's not nearly as light. Or it's much lighter, I should say. Diffuse color. Let's grab these. Should we only see Unreal? Nope, I forgot to switch. Thank you, Pumpkin. There we go. Whoopsies. All I'm doing is changing the values here. Hold on, let me see. I switched the render passes up in the viewport from combined, just so I can see what's actually happening with the color. I'm just going to switch it to render pass diffuse color. Now it's going to show me exactly what color is actually on here without any of the environment stuff. So it makes it much easier to see. All right. And now I would like for these faces to have a gradient on them. Similar to that one. That's better. Where do you get this gradient texture for UV? I got this one from Imfenzia. You can just Google Imfenzia gradient texture. I'll type it in chat so you can. Imfenzia gradient texture. I could see that a different color wall is a secret door hidden in a dungeon, for sure. For sure. Just curious. Let's stick these two together. Okay. Select these. I'm going to manually make them a bit lighter. Just gonna basically put in some fake lighting. I think it's way more optimized because less materials. It is 100%. You only have the one image texture to draw on, so yeah, makes it very good. All right, let's click off of that. Up. Bleh. I want these faces to be a little bit lighter. Probably all around a bit less than that. Something like that. Alright, let's see if we can match these up a little better. That's very close. Not close enough, though. Splint Lizard. That's a great name. I'm Will. And thank you very much. How are you? I am well. Just gonna scooch this up here. Ideally, I would make these seamless. How am I going to do that? I think I could join them together. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, actually. So, in order to make these textures seamless, instead of working on them individually, I'm going to combine them together. Hey, Rosovi! Just wanted to say hi and wish you a good stream. Currently watching a movie, so I can't stay, but hope everything goes great. Well, thank you for popping in to say hi. I appreciate it. Alright, so, to solve this problem of having two pieces where I want them to look very, very similar, I'm going to join them together temporarily. That way, all of their UVs appear in one object, and I can control them that way. So, if I want all of the faces across here, which I do, I can group them together. Scale this one up a little bit. Scale it in the Y just a bit. Then I should be able to have much finer control over them and make sure that they have a similar gradient. Do the same thing on the top here. Let's group these together. I'm probably going to use text tools to rectify them as well, but we'll see if we need to. How are you doing, Splint Lizard? That's better. Let's grab this back face. Let's actually grab all of these back faces. Move them all up. Something like that. Which one's this? What are you doing way down there? You good? Later on today, I'll be making some. What does that say? Sci-fi tank guns? Ooh. That's exciting. Love me some sci-fi. Right. Move you up a little bit. Rotate you this way. Scale you up. Alright, what I think I might do here is disable sync, grab these, sort them horizontally. Okay, that looks okay. It's much more consistent here, which is good. Let's grab these guys. I'm gonna turn sync back on. Let's turn sync off, and we're going to arrange these horizontally also. Sort horizontally. It's a great many faces, so we'll just scale them down. And then I will go through and customize each of those a little bit at a time. Sync back on. Let's grab our front faces. We're just going to move these down. Because they'll be darker than the top facing faces, obviously. On your shield painting tutorial, you have a UV, and I wanted to make a shield myself, but UV of the metal ring is a bit wobbly, not a nice rectangle. Do you know why? UV of the metal ring is a bit wobbly. If you're doing, like, I don't know what you mean by metal ring. If you're doing a cylinder... Like, I'm not the best at unwrapping UVs, but I think with a cylinder, like... I don't know if that's what you mean or not, but if you have a cylinder, we'll just use this as an example. Generally speaking, you want to cut the 90 degrees, and then if it's a long tube like this, you'll want to have one to cut across it. So let me unwrap this here. There you go. So right now, it looks like that. If I unwrap it, so you have a nice long band that goes around the outside and then clean things on the edges. Alright. Just gonna set Blender to have the correct view here. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. Okay. There is. Of course there is. There always is. There we go. Yeah, something like this, but the rectangle that you got didn't have straight sides. Yeah, that can happen. That didn't work either. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Just do it the difficult way. It's fine. Let's just start with the bottom ones. UVs don't need to be perfectly straight. It helps for them to be perfectly straight, but I don't think they have to be. That could also be terrible advice, I don't know. Not a professional. Hashtag not a professional. Just an enthusiastic amateur. Here we go. Alright, let's grab all the sides here. Alt-A to deselect everything. Go to sides. I just want the sides to be darker as well. Like that. I somehow missed the interior of those two. Got these ones. There we go. It's getting better. I asked on Blender Discord but got skipped. Did you ask on YouTube Paint or mine? I haven't checked my Discord this morning. It'll depend. Lo-fi pixel styles really want straight UVs. Yeah. Although, I say that and then you're going to see absolutely mangled UVs on here, but that's what you got to do to get the gradient effect. So let's go here and turn this back on. Grab these. You know what I might do? I wonder if I should just duplicate that over. Because this is not the same thing. Hmm. I'm having to use my brain chat. I'm braining. Hello, Gemtastic Blender Modeler. Hello, Nick. How you doing? Hmm. How do I solve this problem? I think I need to delete these faces and copy them over from a different piece. Oh dear. Okay. Linked. Linked. P selection. Alright. Need to make a cut here. Probably need to make a cut on the other side. I do. Doing good? Awesome. Same here. Doing great. Alright. Could probably take out the bottom face of all of these walls too, because they'll be stacked on top of each other. You probably don't need to see it. Right. I want this. Okay. Shift D. B selection. Turn snapping on. There we go. Join these together. Go into edit mode. Okay, these need a bottom face because they're gonna stick out. But do I care about that being slightly different? Not really. I could also mirror it and you'd have a left and a right. So that's probably what I'm going to do. All right. This would be the left. Apple left. Hello, Hassan. How are you? All right. So what I'll do then is I'll hide this. I will shifty this over here. I'm going to just mirror it on the X global. And then rename it. All right. I think what I want to do though, because I don't think we'll need them. I'll need that face, but I don't think we'll need these ones. Which means we can optimize by getting rid of them. I'll do that with the rest of my walls, and then I'll need to re-import them. You're fine? Hello. Let me see if I can read that great. Trip Tilt, hello. I'm good, Hassan. Thank you for asking. I am trying to fix my walls. What happened here? Nani? What's going on? that side, good on that side. Okay, good enough for me. Shade it flat for now. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening here? I'm gonna have to do that on the other piece as well. Just make sure I don't have any floating verts on the other side. I do. Just merging them at center so they'll become one thing. Flat. What are you making these low poly assets for? A game or a shop? Are you using a mouse now? I am using a mouse right now, yeah. For this kind of modeling, I'll just use a mouse. Trip Tilt, I'm making these assets to give them away. That's the plan. Like, I guess that's a shop. I guess that would be the correct answer. Oh, is my coffee gonna explode, chat? Oh! I don't know if you heard that noise, but it was very satisfying. Just pouring myself some more coffee. Little known fact, monoliths run on coffee. Oh, it's plenty hot. Okay, what was I doing? I need to make sure that I have no floating vertices, which I do in some places. So I'm just going to merge these. I'll do a merge by distance afterwards just to make sure that do what it was told. It did not. Merge at center. Merge at center. Okay, it did now. Select all, merge by distance. None there. Just double check this even though I know it's the same mesh. Okay. Alright. I like your videos. Thanks for helping my development. My pleasure. Thanks for watching. I'm happy if it's helpful. Using a mouse gets weird these days. Yeah. It does. It's a good sound. Get a mic on it. Disney claimed you give away your right to life when you subscribe to Disney Plus. But that's a whole other story. Interesting. Alright. Should this be, trying to decide where the origin should be on this. If this is, which one is this? This is left. So it should be right there, basically, which is good. That's center. Come on. There we go. We can delete the other half wall. There's half wall left. I don't need an animation, so I'm just going to export it. Hide that. Scooch this one over. It's half wall right. I'm just going to export it. Half wall right. Okay. And then I gotta optimize and re-import my regular walls. Actually, I have to turn on all my walls now because okay, these ones are lining up, which is very good. Are the other ones though? Whoopsies. No, that's right. I will recreate them. We can delete that Stonewall 2. We can delete that one. So I have my main stone wall, my two half walls, and then all I gotta do to get variation is duplicate this and move these around. But first, I want to make sure that it's optimized at least a little bit. So we need that. I think that should be fine. We'll find out. Someone dies from the bad food at Disney Resort, and the Disney lawyers somehow brought a Disney Plus subscription in to basically get out of that. But anyways, no one is using the mouse. It was about... Oh, that's funny. As a Florida man, I'd like to apologize for the weird stories that come from my state. Weird story from Florida. One of my very good friends is based in Florida. Or well, they don't live in Florida now, but they did. And yes, there's plenty of interesting stories from there. Okay, so this has been exported. This has been exported. Let's put this one back here and export it. So this will be Stonewall 1. Stonewall 1. Okay. I'm gonna duplicate it over and duplicate it over again. And I'm just gonna make some very basic changes to these, and then I don't have to worry about the texture being different because it's the same. It's just being duplicated off the same one. They're saying Disney Plus sub ULA makes you agree to binding arbitration instead of being able to sue them. Dang, I didn't know about any of that. It's also probably going to go out of my head in just a second, so. I don't know why I'm dropping frames. Is the stream looking okay for you guys? OBS is screaming. It's mad. I'll have to check the, I'll have to check my stream settings afterwards. I just want to make sure that it looks Oh, let's move this one. Turn snapping off now. Gee dang it. There we go. Good enough. Let's just export that. Stonewall 2. Hide that. Save, export that as Stonewall 3. And then if we need to make any more changes to that, we can. It's no problem at all. Alright, I'm gonna go back into Unreal and see what's up. Stream looks good. Okay. That's good. That makes it even more delicious. Something I was thinking about recently. I'm going to escape in a year or so, but I will miss the gators. They are like swamp puppies as long as you keep your distance and don't try to feed them. And you touched an alligator in Africa. I wouldn't wrestle with a fully grown gator either, thank you very much. Alright chat, let's go back into Unreal Engine and redo this here. Boom, boom, boom. Just gonna delete those all. Where are the walls? Half wall. Delete. Boom. Out of here. Wall. Boom. Out of here. Boom. What you get? Alrighty. Let's bring those back in. Stone wall 1, 2, 3. Open. Import. Don't overwrite. I just want to use the one texture, please. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Fish. Bash? Bosh? Let's put this on 50 and see what we get. It's a little weird because the light is red, but it's also very close. Let's scooch over here. Nani? Nandayo. How are these not in identical places? Stonewall base, I'm not worried about. What? curious. Stonewall base, I really I just don't need that anymore. This is also garbage, don't need it. Let's make a low poly alligator. Worth considering, for sure. Baby gators make pew pew laser sounds and it's great. An alligator warrior in full armor. Goodness gracious. Alright. What is happening? Why are you misaligned? Okay, if I put this on 10, are you gonna cooperate? They literally were exact duplicates of each other. And they were exported from the exact same spot. So, what's happening? Stonewall. Which one is this? This is Stonewall 1. Okay. Why do I have 3 of them? Yeah. They are positioned identically, chat. Confusion. Do you feel like you're working a little slow? By the way, what is the software? I don't feel like I'm working particularly slow. Kind of just enjoying myself. I feel like I started something on accident, chat. By the way, what is the software? This is Blender. Oh, what you're looking at, I forgot to switch it back. There we go. I need to do that with a button, really. And this is Unreal Engine. The other software. This is Blender, right here. The other one was Unreal Engine. Confirm they do in fact make laser noises. That is adorable. Alrighty. Time to try and re-export these. Did I do something to change this up? I'm just confused because my background here is... Yeah. Rendered material preview. Okay, weird. Check the scale. You should reset the scale. Oh yeah. All transforms. Origin to geometry. Weird. That's super weird. Cursor to selected. Set origin to 3D cursor. Cursor to selected. Origin to 3D cursor. Check this origin. Whoa! Origin to selected. Cursor to selected. Origin to 3D cursor. Okay. Let's call this Stonewall 1. Call this one Stonewall 2. This one's Stonewall 3. Try this again. Export. It's location. No, that resets it. It's not what I want. Okay. Stonewall 1. Right. Stonewall 2. There we go. Stonewall 3. Sport. Alright, let's see what we get. Unreal Engine. Got it. Okay, I am seeing Unreal Engine for the first time. Ah. I like Unreal. I should probably learn Unity and stuff. At least for the purposes of importing assets. Because, well, if I want people to use them, I should probably know how they're gonna do it in the end. Yeah. Let's import those again. Okay. Good snapping's on. Ah, ta-da. Let's scooch these up a bit. Over. Let's maybe go to their details. And just make it all the way there so we can see their actual colors. Unpin, there we go. Now they're looking very banded, so I'll need to change that so that it looks a bit smoother. But for right now, since I'm just testing things out, this is perfectly fine. Got some weird shading issues. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go back to Blender chat. Where is Blender? There it is. Let's turn these back on. What is this? How are you not in the exact same spot? I'm losing my mind, chat. Losing it. Losing my damn mind. The scales on the other walls were misaligned as well. Yes, I see that now. I see that now. Alright, that's fine. Okay. All transforms, origin to geometry. I'm going to delete these other walls. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break from the walls. Let's take one more look at them here. Why are these black? Oh, chat, I'm very confused. I don't know what the heck happened here. Bind, okay. Bind. That's very strange. The scales on the other walls were misaligned as well. Oh yeah, I read that already. Alrighty. Okay, let's take the left one. Scooch it over. Right one. Scooch it over. It doesn't look super banded in Blender, but it doesn't look great in Unreal. Also, somehow that one back face is the wrong color. There we go. I had the lights off, that's why. Sometimes, chat, my brain just doesn't brain. Sometimes it's just like that. Fall left, fall right. Okay, all good. What's up, Keanu Steve? I am struggling with walls. It's a struggle bus. Okay. All transforms, origin to geometry. All transforms, origin to geometry. All transforms, origin to geometry. Okay, all of their transforms, let's shut extras off. All of their transforms have been applied. So they've been scaled, rotated, and translated. FTS, fetish? Yo, bro, your skills are so good. Why don't you work with Roblox commissions? I could do. I might. I'd have to look into it, though. It's not something I had considered before. Alright, origin 3D cursor. Let's export it. Stonewall 1. Let's get rid of these again. Let's see what we can find in Unreal here. See if this is going to work any better. Still got weird shading issues. Let's go back to Blender. What am I working on? I'm just making some low poly assets. I'm gonna make an asset pack and then give it away. Just making low poly assets for people to use. That's pretty much it. It's good practice for me. It'll help out some indie devs. Yeah. That's the plan. Okay, well, here's part of the problem. It's because I flipped it. I flipped it using mirror on the X, and all of the faces got flipped inside out. Okay. So, part of the problem is that my... Are they shaded flat? Could be part of the problem. Okay. Export it as Stonewall 1. Let's hide it. Put this one here. This is half wall right. Half wall right. Export it. Hide that. Okay. Half wall left. Alright. Good morning, Malakian Knight? Malakian Knight? Not sure how to say that. It's lucrative? Interesting. What kind of stuff do people commission for Roblox? I would imagine probably all kinds of stuff. Okay, half wall left, half wall right, and stone wall 1. Import those. Just fiddle with the materials. Search location local. That's fine. Import. No. 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 If you can get better on modeling and texture painting, you will charge at least 10k Robux. I have no idea what Robux is in actual currency. You know what? I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna try overwriting its texture atlas when I bring it in and just see if it looks a little better. Import, import, yes, overrated this time. Apply to all, yes. No, makes no difference. But the shading is correct now. So we're not getting weird artifacting between the walls, which is good. Let's check our half walls now. Which one's this? This is right, this is left. Okay. Okay. Oh, I was wondering why normals would be flipped sometimes and me thinking I wasn't doing anything to flip them. Yeah, if you mirror them, you gotta check. You gotta check it. I stumbled on a Huion art contest. Why don't you give it a shot? I might. I actually have worked with Huion before and they're pretty awesome. Which is about 33 bucks around. Every 30k Robux, you can DevX it to 105 bucks. Okay, well I can tell you right now, $105 will not cover a commission, not even close. And also, the fact that I'd have to then do some extra strange process to convert it. I'll pass. Okay, I'm gonna delete these. This one is fine. I think. In here, good. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna save these. Okay, so that wall is fine. I should be able to make duplicates of this wall, and that would also be fine. But these half walls are not aligned correctly that way. So I'm gonna make sure snapping is on, and I just want to see if it'll snap exactly. It won't, so I will move it by hand. We'll get it close enough anyway. So if you do work for long term, you may get at least 200k Robux, which is $600 or 700. That's pretty good. Big jump between 100 and 600 or 700 though. I should be changing my grid. Is that the problem? Ever tried a product animation gig? I've never been paid for product animation, but I have done product animation. To be clear, that doesn't mean I did a product animation for a company for free. I would never do that. I have done it for practice. I use a Hoy on Canvas 13. It's treated me well so far. Stay tuned for updates about that, is what I'm gonna say. Ever tried to... Yep. Yes, I have done product animation. I've never done it for a company, but it was neat. It was a neat process to do. Right now, though, I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to do this is, because so here's what's causing me issues right now. The gizmo. There we go. These bricks are offsetting the geometry in the center for being perfectly in the center, which, when I position them around the origin, is causing them to be slightly mispositioned. So I'm wondering if I should just position these exactly in the same spot. Oh, it's also the fact that these are slightly different. I also am going to need to make some decisions about whether or not I should always have an end cap for the wall, because that would allow me to get rid of the side faces for every wall, and then you would just finish it off with a different one. That would cut down on a lot of faces. I'll have to think about it, chat. I will think about it. So these are, if I look at their origins, origin to geometry, there we go. Sort of in the center. I mean, okay. Let's say I do the selection of cursor. And I scooch that up. I could try to align it this way. That's one way I could do it. It's kind of annoying, but it might do it. Okay. Let's test that out. This is half wall right. Let's import it to Unreal. Half wall right. It's still off by some margin or other. Why? Alright, back to Blender. How to use proportional editing in Blender with a drawing tablet without a scroll wheel. You can, I think you can use... Let me see. Hold on. Just grab a cube. Grab these. G, turn proportional... Oop, turn proportional editing on. Nope. G. I think there are keyboard buttons that you can hit instead of your mouse scroll wheel. A corner pillar might do the trick. Yes, I might try that. I think there is, I feel like there's a way to do it. Sorry, my brain just shut down. I feel like there's a way to do it with keyboard buttons. Are any of these keyframed? No. Okay. Is this a... Oh my goodness, this is driving me crazy. Alright, let's try it again. This is half wall, right? Export. Back to Unreal. Do. Delete that. Snap to the correct position, you monster. Oh, finally. What a nightmare. That was a nightmare, chat. Good grief. Coffee time. Alright. That was a very quick coffee time. I'm gonna have more coffee time in just a second. But let's go back to Blender first. I wonder if I just delete this, Shift D, mirror on the X global, shut the other one off, check my face orientation, which is all good, and then export that. It should theoretically just work. Half left. Okay. Maybe F and Shift F like changing the brush radius in scope mode. That could be. That could be. I'm almost certain there's a way to do it. Bro, for what you did, said you can also get money instead of Robux with AppCash or PayPal. Yeah, I'm sure I could set up like a contract or something for doing commissions. It's something I'll look into for sure. A good suggestion. All right, let's go import. Half wall left. Import. Don't overwrite anything. All right, we're in business, chat. It only took 1,000,000 hours, but we did it. What's happening? No. 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 What is this? All right, that's enough. I've had enough of the walls, chat. Had enough. I have had enough of it. We're doing something else. Walls are going off. Fix me. Okay. Something to do later. Let's check our list. What are we gonna make? Torch. Oh, we did the torch. Come off the list. Let's see. Taking a little break. They pay with these ways. That makes sense. Anyways, keep up the good work, bro, and the awesome tutorial. Thank you very much. I will. I will do exactly that. Give the walls to me. I'll fix them. I gotta fix them. I appreciate the offer, though. But the point is, I need to figure out a system that works reliably if I want to make a lot of assets, which I do. And right now, my brain just doesn't want to work. It just does not want to fire. Actually, I wonder if I can pause this here. There we go. I don't need to see the playback. It's kind of a pain, but using just the cursor, you can hit proportional editing button's curve editor, and then it has a value you can drag left to right to adjust the size. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's very handy. Thank you. Is anybody in chat working on anything in Blender right now? Anything fun? How many people are like actively learning Blender right now? Just out of curiosity. I need to re-import this. Let's actually put our axe hazard up there as well. Don't need the chest. Oh, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's grab this. Scooch it over. We'll have all of the animated things going at once. Why not? Just gonna turn down my EV settings though. Put it at a quarter so it'll actually run a little bit smoothly. There we go. Oh, you know what? This needs to be 180. There we go. In order for it to play the entire way through. You use Blender low poly PS1 style assets for rip-off Animal Crossing type game. Nice. I'm kind of at that knows enough to be dangerous level. Okay, that's a fun level to be at though. Same here, Blender. Awesome. Katon? Did I say that correctly? I'm still very new. I need to learn terminology and unwrapping. Okay. I can show you a quick, very, very quick and dirty unwrap of something if you want. I'm trying to learn / get back on the wagon after a long break. 4.2 is a good spot to be hopping back on, honestly. It's pretty awesome what they've done. Also, the meat chunk made me lol. Yes. Just a classic old, dungeon chunk of meat. I'm still hopeless with organic shapes sculpting. Well, sculpting takes a lot of practice. It's just like it's like drawing, because you need to learn to think in volumes. Like with box modeling, like for these things, it's really straightforward generally. But when you're actually sculpting something, you really do need to be thinking about volumes. And that takes a while. It takes a while to learn. Excuse me. Awesome. I want to let's see. Let's actually do something here. Let's say these will be static props. Static props. Let's fill this list with animated props. What else would be a fun kind of hazard that you would want to avoid in a dungeon? Brainstorming time. What would be fun to avoid? My ultimate goal is to make minifigures for things like D&D, but in a Disney Infinite art style. That's a pretty good goal. A very good friend of mine, a personal friend, is Comet Lord Miniatures. And you want to see some insane 3D sculpting? Some truly, truly insane 3D sculpting?
check out Comet Lord Miniatures. He's, no joke, one of the finest 3D sculptors. He's a world-class 3D sculptor, basically, and he makes insane miniatures. Those tiles, you step on to activate a booby trap. Okay, triggerable tile. Yep. Trigger tile. Nice. Boulders. How would I animate a boulder? I do have some rocks already in the static props department. I do have some. Let's see. Let me just pause this quickly. We'll go to Unreal Engine and I will import some. Let's see, where are my boulders? Rock. Another rock. Another rock. A lot of rocks. Another one there. So we get kind of covered for basic boulders for right now. Let's see. Sounds sweet. I'll check them out. Yeah, they're awesome. Awesome. Highly recommended. Predatory used car salesman who is trying to give you an awful interest rate on your financing. I could do that. I do have the I can try and re-import my character here. I think he's in here. Yeah, he's in here. Let's go. Oh, did I delete his animate? No, I didn't delete his animation montage. It's good. I need to fix his breathing cycle because his hands aren't moving. They're like, you know how like when a bird moves around, their head stays in the exact spot? Oh, wall of spinning blades is a great call. But he'll go through the breathing cycle twice, and then he'll tap his foot, look around, and then reset. So that could be the predatory car salesman. This is just the base mesh. It's just very, very simple, straightforward. Let's see. Wall of spinning blades. Let's put that in there. Wall of spinning blades. Okay. Animated props, a fire camp. That actually, the LP fire. I have already in here. I have some. Where is it? Is it in props? Campfire. Right here. Which for some reason seems very small. But there it is. I do want to make a low poly fire. Hello A1, how you doing? Dungeon rats. Classic torch sconces. Yeah, got a torch here as well. So we can shut the props off for now. Not too bad. Let's let these keep going. Alright. Keep brainstorming, chat. I gotta go check something. I'll be right back. I'll be 2 seconds. So weird. So weird. Well, sometimes when you hear strange sounds outside that don't make sense, like, what the heck? What the heck was that? Alright. Low poly fire. Dungeon rats. Dungeon rats would be fun. I'm going to put it on the list. Dungeon rats. Be fun to animate. It's a great idea for an encounter boss. Yeah. A portrait of a gem king with eyes following the character. I don't know how to code following eyeballs following. Trapdoor on the floor that snaps open. Ooh. Trap door floor. Okay. Sweet. Thinking. What else did I want to see? We could do an arrow wall. Or like arrow shooters. Like Indiana Jones style. Hands going up in the wall trying to catch anyone passing by. Oh, that would be creepy. Eldritch hand wall. That's fun. A magic portal. Okay. Magic portal will be fun. A lava trap. A1 on Twitch says lava trap. We can actually... let's put that together with trap door floor and lava trap. Okay. Puddles of ominous ooze on the floor. Ooh. Oh, I wonder how you would... how would I do that? How to make it... I guess I'd have to make a like a translucent material. Ominous oozes. That's an excellent suggestion. Thank you. Tentacles from the floor grid. Tentacle floor tile. Okay. Ominous oozes recolored lava. That's clever. So, one of the things I did, which I'm not sure... I think I'd like to have it as an option. I'd like to keep it as an option when I release the pack. But there's, these are all from the character that was loaded in, so I'm not going to worry about them. But all of these ones that say Atlas share the same texture. Like the same image. But one of them just has its emissive turned on. And one of them has metallic. So what I'm wondering is, should I duplicate this? Let's go. Let's see. It's gonna go here. Shift add a cylinder. It's fine. Let's go to Atlas. Put it on here. I'm gonna duplicate it and call this one Atlas Translucent. And I'm gonna save it, and then let's see. That looks crazy when Blender's rendering it in real time. That looks nuts. But this is what it would look like. That's just if I were to turn its alpha down. I turn its transmission up would probably be the idea, and then alpha down. What if it's fully up? Cannot see through it. If I do that, I can. I don't know how that would work in Unreal, really. Could have reliefs of monsters, scary things set into the wall, abuse some normal displacement, baking, perhaps. I could do that. The only problem with baking is that... I'm just going to delete this right now. I don't really need it. I'll fiddle with that off stream when I can have time to figure it out a little bit at a time. The problem with baking is that each of those would require more textures, and the challenge for this really is to just get away with one image. And then if I need, like, I've used, like this one you'll see has the same image but two different textures. I am trying to keep the material count very low. So the image texture count to 1, and then the material count to like 3, maximum 4. And that's just I could even do it without any, like with just the Atlas. But I kind of like that there's, if I have the metallic version on here, you get that extra material kind of, extra material output. So you just get a little bit more information about what kind of material it is, which is nice. So maybe I'll release different versions, one that just have a flat version and then one that have more material range. Let's see. Naoku says, how about a chest with a skeleton arm sticking out, implying it might be a mimic? Ooh. Let's do this. Maybe mimic chest. Mimic chest. Scaly. I can type scaly arm. And I mean, really, a mimic should be on the list. Okay. This is an interesting question. How do I go about... How would I go about animating lava? Do I want it to move? I don't know. Evil wizard hat. Absolutely. Alright, I'll show you guys quickly the, I uploaded just recently. Let me just make sure this is saved. I'll open recent. I uploaded this recently to YouTube just as a time lapse. But it's just something I smashed together in an evening. To Necromancer's Lair. I was quite happy with how the sculpt of the hand turned out, actually. It's not bad. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but not bad. Plenty of bones. Anyway, it's a fun little detour. Recent low poly dungeon assets. Thank you, Chaos Machines. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was doing it for practice, and I figured I might as well record it and toss it up on YouTube as a time lapse. Nothing special, but I mean, maybe someone watching it will learn something from it, so. Alright. Which one do I want to deal with first? Maybe Wall of Spinning Blades. I have an idea about how we could go about making that happen. Lava could just be an orangish mesh with bubble meshes animating out of it using a particle system. Yes, that would work. Not a trap idea, but a pondering orb feels like it could fit in here somewhere. Pondering orb. Whoopsies. Crystal ball. Okay. Bit of a serious question, but what's the long-term goal for this channel? Pretty much exactly what you see right now. Long-term goal for this channel is to continue helping people learn Blender. Although, not just Blender. I will eventually branch out into things like Krita, Clip Studio Paint, and 2D art as well. When I started my channel, I wasn't quite as good at painting as I am now, but I've improved quite a bit in the last, like, 7 or 8 months. So maybe some painting tutorials eventually. But yeah, long-term plan is just to keep at it. Just keep making videos that help people learn Blender. A1 says you can make a crown and put the gold things and the king in one room. A crown and a throne would be very good, or a skeleton of the king protecting the gold. Alright, let's go in. Crown, throne, skeleton king. I love it. Y'all are geniuses. Okay. Not sure how Unreal's particles work as I use Unity mainly. I'm not sure I'd do it either. I think I could do it just strictly with an animation though. The big 2.5 game engines all have really good particle support. Yeah. Throne with optional Skelly wearing the crown. Yes, 100%. Okay, Don, will you be doing basic Blender tutorials and move up to intermediate and advanced eventually? I actually have, a long time ago, I wrote a script that I called The Book of Blender, which is basically trying to like distill how to get around in Blender for your first 15 minutes in Blender and make that part as easy as possible. But I have not got around to recording it. Also, I have the script though, so I could record it. The last 2 videos I've done that were over 20 minutes long took about 50 hours between like starting recording, doing the process, and editing, which is too much, especially considering that YouTube just changed its algorithm. So my hand painting video has something close to 70k views, and then YouTube updated the algorithm, and the video after that, which more people were excited about, the stylized PBR hand painting one, has like, I don't know, 6. So right now it's not really practical for me to make very long tutorial videos, so I'm thinking maybe some shorter ones. Like I put out a video on 37 plus tips to help your workflow in Blender. But I might do ones on like terminology, just so beginners have a place to figure out what's being said and things like that. Why can I see this face? There's Z fighting. Why? Why are you not selecting link? There we go. Oh yeah, they are Z fighting a little bit. Okay. Just gonna pull it in. A little bit. It's better. I don't really care that you can see out of the axe out of the side, because this is gonna be hidden. It's gonna be smushed between walls. There'd be no hazard if you could just walk around it. In fact, I can, if I use my brain, I could probably get rid of all of these, can't I? I'll get rid of all of these faces. That's fine. I respect that long-term plan. Thanks. That's pretty much what the channel's been about. I remember when I was learning Blender how hard it was to find good teachers. And then channels like Grant Abbott in particular is an amazing place to start. He's so good. So good. Your vids are helpful. I do try to use your tips for my game dev stuff. Awesome. Thanks, Chaos Machines. Godot 4.3 has a link between blend files and Godot. That's definitely worth checking out then. Hello, I just got here, but Godot 3 has a FBX importer now. It could be buggy because it's so new. Hello, Casual Random. I'll have to grab it and check it out. There's some concepts I only really picked up by doing it wrong, like allocating texture space to different parts of the model, or what good topology even is in the first place. Honestly, still wobbly. Same. I actually just bought a course on topology because that's topology and good UVs are my weakest points. I need to improve them. Awesome, I've learned a lot from you already. Can't wait to see what else you have in store. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna keep doing my best to make good content and hopefully help other people out. That's kind of the two things I'm really interested in, is 2D and 3D art and education, like helping people learn and develop their skills, because my entire life I've been fascinated by concept art and things like that, and just entertainment design in general. And I know that the industry is terrible right now and job prospects are awful and all of that stuff, but I think for a lot of people that's not why they do art. It's a way to earn a living, but it's not the main reason why we do it. And I'm interested in helping people build the confidence and skills to do it for themselves or professionally, whatever. Blender has so many shortcuts. Blender is insanely hotkey driven. That is true. That is very, very true. Love the 2.5D grease pencil stuff. I want to do another project with grease pencil. Wow, that was a very loud vehicle. I'm going to close my window, chat, so you don't have to hear that. Be silent, vehicles. The Lord of Amber commands you. I want to do some more animation with grease pencil. Have you had good luck with Blender Guru's UV tutorials? Yes, Blender Guru also very, very good instructor. Some of that concept art where it's almost monotone but different values brings out everything so good. Yep, that's a huge favorite of mine. Just value studies are amazing. Or the old school D&D style heavy black inks everywhere. High contrast, also a favorite. For sure. Alright. Trying to think about how I want to do this blade thing. Here's what I'm thinking, chat. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna hide these. Okay, I'm gonna hide these too. So what I'm thinking is, I'm just gonna do this the like worst way you can right now, just so I can show you what I'm thinking really quickly. What if I have something like this? You'll understand what I mean in just a second. This is really, really terrible. Let's do this. Something like that. But then I have several of them. Let's join these together. Control J. And then let's go here, all. And then I stick these in a wall. And then I rotate them one by one. And I could time it so that there's always one coming across. Like this. Know what I mean? This is a bad example. You know what I mean. I could stick them in a wall like that. That's one option. Go, please. Let me catch up on chat here. Would you be a good voice actor? Silence Vehicles, the Lord of Amber is here. Oh, I would be a good voice actor. Thank you. I'm gonna have to do... I still have machinations of doing, like I said, some animating in grease pencil. You may hear some voice acting in the future. What's the story behind your avatar? So, my friends, one of whom is, like I mentioned earlier, Comet Lord Miniatures, and I had like, one of them was making rubber hose like animation kind of things. And my avatar is originally from, like, I started Molten Bolt to make animated maps for D&D. And part of my logo for that was
Why are these all hidden? Probably because I hid them. The O in my, the second O in my original logo was the shape of a bolt, like a, this shape, basically. And then my friend who was doing the rubber hose art, I was trying to design my character. Originally, it looked like, kind of like Meatwad. My avatar had 2 eyes, and it looked like Meatwad from, Aquaswim, or whatever the name is. Anyway. And then my friend drew with 1 eye, and I was like, you are a genius. And then it kind of evolved from there, and then I animated it in Blender with grease pencil, and now it's my avatar. I guess it's Thursday, right? I didn't think this was real. It is Thursday. It is, actually. Somehow. Oh, we are nearing noon. I am going to have to hop off soonish. But I do think we have a great list of things. Oh, man, that sucks. Half of this stream was me bashing my head against getting the walls right. I will solve that problem before I come back, chat. You'll see. Just you wait and see. Also, I still have to arrange for the 10K special. You all voted for Gorilla Snake. Thursday's the stream. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But so I will be back on Saturday. I, for one, can't wait for you to become a marketable plush. One day. I got a hoodie with Bolty on it from Redbubble. But I don't think they do plushies. That'd be nice. One day. I'd love that. All right. I got to think about I have to think about how to implement some of these designs you guys have suggested. I need my #1 priority, chat. My #1 priority, I'm going to put it here in all caps, is get grid working correctly. Because right now things are all wonky. It's driving me crazy. Also, can you join the Discord? Of course you can. Let me send you an invite. One moment. I will send you an invite to our lounge. I'll put it in the chat. If you're not in the Discord, come join the Discord. It's open to everybody. If you can send a UV unwrapped model, that's surely like 80% of plushie design, right? I wish it was that simple. You know what? It might not actually be too terribly off. Because they are seams, right? They are actually seams. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it might be doable. Also, there is a plan in place. It won't happen for a very long time, I have to tell you, at least not at this rate. But I think probably if I ever get a silver play button from YouTube, then I'll actually show my face. You'll see the man behind the monolith. But that's a long way off. Long, long way off. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me see. Let's say hi to everybody who's hopped in. Let's see, let's see. I gotta catch up here. Goodness gracious. Is that Theus? Thijs? Theus? Is that right? Did I pronounce that correctly? We got Val. Hello, Val. We got Katon. Is it Katon or Katon? Hawk FMK. I'm just gonna say Hawk if that's alright. Naoku, welcome. Splint, welcome. Randomly generated name, welcome. Corvi Butu, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Katon. I still don't know if I said it correctly. Katon. Ka. There's no Y there, so I'm gonna assume it's Katon. Welcome, Rob. Hello. Alright, so here's the plan. Handsome man for sure. Aww. What, you thought I will at the end of this stream? Oh no, we're not there yet. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We'll get there, though. I have faith. We're just shy of 14k subscribers, which is not bad. Katon. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. MJ, hello. Hello, Vampire Lord. Welcome. Awesome. It's good to have lots of people in the chat, in the Discord. Feel free to share your work in the Whip Showcase or media. If you have any inspiring stuff you want to share, you can put that in cool stuff and inspiration. If any of you make music, put it in music creation. If you want to work with somebody else, you can arrange for collaborations through collaboration requests. Sometimes I make comics. So there's the Great Plug comic there, which is the first issue of it. You can check out if you like. It's just like a graphic novel kind of format, vertical graphic novel. How many % of people who watch vids are subscribed? I've seen other videos where like over 80 to 90% of people that watched weren't even subbed. I think on my most recent successful video, it was, let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, that's not helpful. There we go. I shall check for you. Analytics. That's not even the right video. Hold on. Analytics, it says audience. Not subscribed on that one. This one has 60-some thousand views. 92.5% not subscribed. Can you share video game art? Like the video game you're creating? Absolutely. Please do. Absolutely. So, a lot. Basically, the answer is a lot of them aren't subscribed. Molten Goat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so, yeah, feel free to share your stuff in there. If you have Blender questions, you can ask the community in the lounge. And if I'm around and have the free time, I'll try to help you. I can't promise that I will, but if I'm around and I'm able, I will try. How do you get grid working correctly? In Blender? Parallel highway? If it helps, you subscribed around the Edge Control video debut. Thank you. Give us your best bat. Oh yeah, you didn't expect that, did you? Next level. Bah. I do love goats. I mean, yep. They make great noises. Some of them pass out when you make loud noises. Okay, so let me pull up Blender here.
I mean, I don't know exactly what you're asking by get grid to work correctly. I don't know what correctly means or what it's doing incorrectly currently, but I'll hide these for now. So up here in the center is your snapping. You can see it right in the middle here. And then you can set it to whatever you want to set it to. So grid is going to respect this grid here. Goat sounds 10 hours video. What music do you usually listen to while working in Blender and art stuff? I listen to all kinds of stuff. Right now, the music you're hearing on the stream is my music that I've made. That's why I can play it without any issues. But I listen to all kinds of stuff, really. Sometimes I'll do chill stuff. Sometimes I'll do more prog rock kind of stuff. Like I love the Mars Volta. I love psychedelic blank crumpets. They have a sequel to Goat Sim. Is there a good way to get grid size in general in 3D view? Something like the control you have in ortho view. Well, the snapping will do it. So if I make a cube and I have grid snapping on like I do right now, then it will snap in 1 meter increments right now. Because each one of these squares, you can see that this cube is made up of dimensions of 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. So that's 1 meter in this square. Let me do this with the thing here. 1 meter, 2 meters. You can change this by typing in units or unit and then going to your scene. And you can change the unit scale to different meters if you want to. But the big squares are meters, and then it's broken into centimeters here because each of these smaller ones is a division of 10. So that's one way to do it. You can get finer control doing that. I'm not sure. Let me just check increment here and see what it does. If I use the gizmo. So increment is also going in 1 meter increments, apparently, which is handy. Dancing dinosaur. Dino dance. Let's see. Goat Simulator. Did you know Goat Simulator is getting bad remaster? That's hilarious. Let me just check Discord too in case I missed anybody popping in. Nope, we're good. Okay. I mean, grid will work, but it will glitch out. For example, 2 different objects will have different snapping for some reason. Or if I scroll, grid size will change too. Well, I think the appearance of the grid size will change. Maybe. But I don't know that the actual grid size will change just from scrolling. Different snapping for some reason. I think it depends on where the origin is for the object. Like let's test that out. I'll duplicate this over. I'm gonna shut off snapping. I'll grab this and I'll move the origin off to the right. And then if I turn snapping back on, this one will snap to the center and this one, yeah. See? It depends. Oh no, wait. Yes. See, there's overlap. So it depends where your origin is for that object. If you want to control where the origin is, the easiest thing to do, like if you want it in a very specific spot, I usually just go into edit mode, select everything, and then I'll move it to where I want it, because you'll notice the blue dot. Now it's positioned there and it'll rotate around it. So your origin, you can move it that way. You can also, I mean, there's lots of different ways to manipulate the origin. But I think actually there was even an even easier way, which was to hold a hotkey with the gizmo, but I can't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is. Too many hotkeys, man, my brain. My favorite addition of Blender, like ever almost, is vertex snapping. Yes! Vertex snapping for retopology is super, super good. If you're using the poly build tool and retopology, vertex snapping is huge. Meant to say a remastered edition, but it auto-corrected to bad. That's hilarious. Remastered would be fun, for sure. The only game I've been playing recently is, I'm just gonna open this one up for the end of the stream. The only game I've been playing recently is Enshrouded, and it's been pretty good, actually. It's been a lot of fun. It's got a lot of content updates, actually. Opinionated autocorrect. Get wrecked, Goat Simulator. Alright. It is 5 after 12, chat. I do need to get going. I have some other things I need to do. But thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out with me again. It's awesome to see you guys and hang out and chat. Talk about Blender and creative stuff. Makes my day, I gotta tell you. So I will be back Saturday morning. Well, morning for me. Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Actually, I have a minute before I go. Is it, you're welcome for the answer, Parallel Highway. Thanks for coming to hang out. Is it, like, noon for anybody other than me? Or is everybody in a different time zone? Just out of curiosity. I'm very curious. Central Standard Time, yeah. It's 11. 4:05. Wait, that's 5:05. Alright, so kind of some nearby, some not so nearby. You're from Europe, so it'll be a very different time. That makes sense. Awesome. Well, if you want to hang out again, I'll be back Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll be making more low poly assets. Hopefully this time not spending 90% of it on walls. I'm from Canada, Central Canada. Hour ahead of me with that gator time. Nice. Yep. Nope, same time Saturday. Same time. 10 a.m. CST. Alright, everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out. We will catch you next time.